Hey everybody, this is Monk56 Gaming here, and today I will be talking about the Predator Hunting Grounds beta. This is an upcoming asymmetrical 4v1 shooter from IllFonic, the same studio that brought us Friday the 13th and Dead Alliance. I will explain my experience with the Predator gameplay, mercenary gameplay, issues that arose while I was playing the game, and a final verdict on the game. So be sure to
stick around.
Now, when we talk about Predator Hunting Grounds, we have to talk about how much fun it is to play as the Predator. He of course comes equipped with the heat vision, invisibility cloak, wrist blades, and the shoulder-mounted plasma caster, complete with the infamous tri-beam laser sight. As of the beta, there were only 3 unlockables: the neck gun, the combi stick, and the smart disc. As far as traversal, the Predator can jump from tree to tree using an ability called Predcore, and it can make him fast enough to not only track his prey, but escape should you get overwhelmed. When playing as the Predator, your objective is to hunt down and kill a group of mercenaries in a dense jungle setting, much like the 1987 film. And when I played as the Predator, I tried to be as stealthy as possible, but I would have issues with the ranged weapons, and I would instead opt for a more direct approach. I could run in, down a merc, rip his skull out, and then run back off into the trees before anybody knew what was happening. While it was fun to sneak around as the Predator, I had no reason to be patient to kill the mercenaries. But I later found out there was a way to perform stealth kills, but you actually had to down a merc several times until you saw a white skull appear above his head. Then you could sneak up behind him and you would be rewarded with a unique kill animation. While I did enjoy my time playing as the Predator, I will admit at the beginning of the match he is a bit too strong. I had no issues going and finding the mercs and dispatching them almost immediately. I feel as though if his weapons were scattered around the jungle, it would give the mercs a little bit more time to at least complete their first objective. I know that the Predator is an elite hunter capable of taking down both Apollo Creed and Jesse the Body Ventura with ease, but I would still like to see the pacing slowed a little to make hunting more enjoyable. As a mercenary, you and 3 other players must complete various missions and then head to your exfil point.
Get to the chopper!
You drop in, mud up so you're hidden from the Predator, and go off to complete your objectives. Sometimes it may be searching for stolen relics, grandma's cocaine cookie recipes, or stopping evil corporations from poisoning the local water supply. You and your friends will blast your way through several enemy bases with a variety of weapons such as assault rifles, snipers, shotguns, a grenade launcher, and of course, a minigun. That's right, you get to break out Old Painless.
It's time to let Old Painless out the bed.
Payback time.
But all of that noise will be like a 10-year-old telling a stranger on the internet his home address and what time his parents are at work.
Tonight, the strangest parade of suspects you've ever seen
NBC again.
on To Catch a Predator.
While you try to complete your objective and deal with the waves of NPCs that the game throws at you, you will also have to be on the lookout for the Predator. You will know he is in the vicinity when you hear the all too familiar clicking or heavy footsteps rushing right at you. Your best option is to group up, defend each other, and blast away at the Predator enough to where he has to retreat. This will leave a trail of neon green blood which you can follow to track the Predator down and finish him off for good. If you are successful, the Predator triggers a self-destruct sequence and becomes a giant smoldering crater. Or, if you defuse the timer, you will trigger an objective where you must protect the alien body so it can be extracted, which will give you a pretty cool Easter egg if all 4 players survive.
Son of a bitch!
Playing as the mercenaries was personally frustrating, as the Predator had no issue killing everybody in the first encounter. I felt dismayed because how was I supposed to focus on the mission when a large invisible space lizard was going to jump out of the trees and kill me within the first few minutes of each match? I found myself not even focusing on the mission, and instead watching the trees, waiting to see any movement.
There's something in those trees.
the few aspects I did love about the game were the several customization options for the Predator. You could either be a male Predator or female Predator. You had different skins, different masks, and, of course, different hairstyles. I like this aspect because you can make the Predator your own, making him look more intimidating. You could also customize your Merc, making him look as cool as an expendable asset can be.
My men are not expendable.
Sorry, Arnold. As far as issues with my Predator gameplay, I ran into a problem while moving through the trees. I would constantly fall off of the branch, but I would still register as being on the branch. I would have to remember to dismount and then climb back up the tree to continue my pursuit. There was also an issue with weapon swapping, where I could not swap via the weapon wheel, with it always reverting back to my wrist blades when choosing a different weapon. This was mildly frustrating and a little game-breaking at times when encountering enemies. And on the mercenary side, my only issue was it just wasn't really fun. I mean, I had no enjoyment in just blowing up mindless NPCs, only to get mauled by the Predator almost instantly. And it happened every match, except when I played with my friends. The final issue I had with this game was the introduction of the field lockers. Do we really need another game with loot boxes? By the second day of the beta, I had received so many that I was just getting duplicates at one point. I mean, I despise loot boxes, and I really don't feel like sifting through multiple ones just trying to get a special mask or special camo. I mean, I'm not going to harp too much on it because I know that every game has to make money somehow. I just don't want to see it be made through loot boxes. For my final thoughts on Predator Hunting Grounds, this was a title I was genuinely excited for after Friday the 13th. And while it is true to the original film, I feel like it would only be enjoyable if I played with only friends. It feels kind of unfinished, unpolished, and at sometimes unplayable. Now, I realize this was only a beta, and I hope this isn't the final product, but I expected a little bit more from this title. I don't think I'll be picking it up at launch, and instead wait until the game has been worked on, improved, and put out as a better product. Thank you guys for tuning in to this review of Predator Hunting Grounds. Let me know in the comments what your opinion of the game was. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.